during the excavations, there was a young archaeologist whom we at the moment call the Moose. Yeah.
He was already a professor.
No, he wasn't the professor.
We have never been young.
We call him the Moose. Yes. The Moose was excavating a medieval site, and he found Venetian glass. Tartu is the biggest Venetian glass site in the world. In no other place, also Venetia, there haven't been more Venetian glass found. For some reason, I don't know. Okay, so they found Venetian glass in Tartu. And during the excavations, Vanakaru used to walk past the excavation site, and he heard the news that the Venetian glass was found, but the Moose didn't have anything to date it with. So Vanakaru and someone called Indrek Tarand, who is right now an European Parliament member, I think, they drank beer and they thought that the Moose needs to have his coins to date the finds. So they started to make the coins. They made the coins. They made them really old looking. They beat the coins and everything. And then at night, they snuck into the excavation place. They made holes with a stick. And they placed the coins into the excavation trench. And then Vanakaru went to a nice weekend meeting with his other friends, which is okay. Then he went to a meeting, student construction battalion stuff, not important. Okay. When he came back, he had learned that a very important delegation had visited Tartu. And before he had left, also the coins were actually found. But yeah, but I will.
How he described it that he found two beautiful.
Yeah. When he went to the excavation site, she found two good-looking history students that were sewing through the
Soil.
soil is something. It's basically shit, you know, because they were sewing through the medieval shit, but they were really happy, and they were telling Vanakaru, "We're trying to find all the coins." Vanakaru was like, "Whoa, how many coins did you already find?" They were like, "We found 5 coins," and he was like, "Don't search anymore. There are no more coins." The girls, they ran to the Moose and they told. And then the Moose picked up a brick and started chasing Vanakaru around the excavation trench. They ran 3 circles, after which the Moose put down the brick and said, "Really? You made the coins?" He said, "Yes."
Don't forget it was fully medieval, it was plenty brick.
What?
Don't forget how he described the coins exactly.
As I made this story, a lot of different information has been mixed, so it's very hard to actually find out the truth about it. So, okay, anyway, he put down the brick and asked, but there were teeth marks on it. And he said, "Yeah, they were my teeth marks." So, but the thing was that the important delegation that had visited during the weekend, that Vanakaru had been somewhere else. There had been at least 2 numismatics who had dated the coins to 11th century Gotland. So But there was one numismatic who looked at the coin and said, well, this is shit or something. Like, something wrong with these coins. But yeah, they were dated 11th century Gotland. After that, the moose has always been very careful about Vanakaru walking around the trench. He also warned the other young archaeologists that if you see this man walking by your trench, be very careful about what you find. A bit later, he made a different set of coins, which is also in this publication. So if you look at the second page, you will find a stamp with which he made the coins, and on this it was written in a strange language of him, which actually translated like the moose king of archaeologists. And it had a moose-headed Viking ship on the reverse side of the coin, so it had all the details. So in that sense, Vanakaru has carved his way into the history of archaeological excavations, and yeah, he has made a name for himself. So feel free to take your copy of the magazine and let's remember his name.